Go.
What's going on, y'all? You got your man Handsome Mandela and Beatdown Brown. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Handsome Beatdown, the smash up episode. What's cracking up there, homie?
Man, everything and nothing, the same soup, just reheated with an intro you want to smack a bitch cute to. I'm just saying.
You know it, man.
Yeah.
Let them know what we here for, man. As well, I'm gonna do a quick promo. As you saw, we came to you before under a different branding, but basically what this show does is we hit the finer and a more intricate thumbnail over some of the points that we hit on the previous shows before, whether it be Dirty 30, whether it be 3 p.m.D, whether it be deeper dive stuff that we have another slant on as far as what's discussed in those. Me and my homeboy hitting you up on that one, and we might throw some different things in, throw a little bit of this here and this there, and but as a special intro, because Handsome Mandela is going to be bringing you something special here in the next couple of days here, bringing y'all that left leg of Goldtron. We're going to keep it, urban and fashion on this joint right here. So I'll let you take over, my man.
Yeah. So a couple of 30s ago, y'all was speaking on the whole Kyrie with the new shoe he got coming out. And
Right, right.
uh Eddie P was talking about it looked like some LA Gears. I mean, you can't argue with facts. I mean, they do kind of. They reminded me of something else. It's just they're still trying to like come to mind. I'm just trying to figure out what it is they look like. It's
Right,
another
right.
shoe. I'm trying to figure out. It's just hitting. It still hasn't hit me yet, but still, yet and still. Y'all spoke on how like they got a backstory, and he was like, "Man, I don't want to hear no backstory about that shit. Just want to see the crossover." And I feel him on that too. But
Right, right.
like I don't know if a lot of people know that the majority of the all them Jordan sneakers, all them Jordans got backstories too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Um, like offhand, I know of at least maybe four of the sneakers that got a backstory to them.
Drop it on him, bro.
Specifically, y'all know the most coveted joints, the retro 11s, which is basically I think I said on the Goldtron episode, the holiday hype beast is what I call them because I mean
Okay.
shoot, everybody at Christmas time, that's what everybody go crazy over. But I digress. Because of the patent leather on them, the backstory on those is because Jordan loves suits and dress shoes and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That patent leather around the whole middle of the toe and all that and everything, the whole shoe, I should say, is because of his love for dress shoes. And before that, you never seen patent leather on a dress shoe before. You know what I'm saying? I mean, on a sneaker before.
Right, right.
So that made him different. And I know I say this on the left-legged Goldtron, but that's the reason why you can wear them shoes, or those shoes have been so popular for groomsmen and grooms at weddings, and you can rock them to the prom and get away with that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So those and the retro 13s, those
Got
were
you.
called the Black Cats because that was his nickname in high school. You know what I'm saying? The Black Panther or something like that. But if you look at the back of those shoes, that little iridescent circle on the back
Right.
with the hologram in it, that's to represent the eye of the panther. So
See,
there's little subtle things on those, you know what I'm saying? But the
but that's
retro
the
14, go ahead, go ahead.
whole thing about it. Like, I get where P was coming from before when he's up there. It's like, man, don't nobody want to hear this. We want a dope shoe and we want to see that crossover. And
For sure.
even now with Ant-Man dropping his shoe, Ant-Man was talking about the fact that, like, yo, this shoe is for comfort. Yeah, it has a design, but it's about being able to really break somebody down and do it in style. But the shoe is built for hooping. It is, it has a style to it, but it's built for hooping. You're supposed to be wearing this on the court. And
Yeah.
that was one major thing there. But yeah, the backstory adds to the mystique. It brings up the rate on them, and also it's what makes it an individual shoe. So I feel you on the fact that you got to have the backstory. Now you're saying there was another Jordan with a backstory too. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Oh no, you good. Like the retro 14s was supposed to represent his Ferrari.
Okay.
Like, yeah, they got like a little grill on the inside
Hmm.
of the inside of the sole and all that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel you. Like they're supposed to have a comfort effect to them, and like the 13s I came from, them shits was comfortable.
Right.
I wasn't hooping them, but I mean, hey, they did help an 8 hour shift at Foot Locker daily. So yeah, them shits was
Exactly.
comfortable. They served their purpose for sure, for sure. But yeah, those was comfortable, and then too, the deal that y'all was talking about that he got as far
Please
as
hit him
like
with
the
the
whole
deal, man.
equity. All right, so check this out.
Because when
Real
you hit me with
talk.
that, that blew my head off, and I wasn't even thinking about that.
Now listen, like that whole deal, it sounds so eerily familiar. Of I don't know if like a lot of people have watched or heard of the show on Showtime a few years ago called Survivor's Remorse. It starred I know it starred Tashina Arnold and
Hmm.
Mike Epps for a couple seasons. But yeah, it was the same deal of like, dude, he had like choices of different companies to choose from, but he chose, I don't know if it was the same nationality or it might have been like a Korean shoe company. I'm
I,
not sure.
I want to say it was a Korean company on the show
I
because I
believe it
went I
was
went back and looked
also.
at it. Yeah.
I believe so also, but he chose that Korean shoe company and he got equity out of that shoe company as well. You know what I'm saying? But
And
it
got
was
his mama a
so
side piece.
basically that was the only difference in there. But like, you know what I'm saying? He got equity out of that company. And I'm like, yo, this sounds eerily familiar. And coincidentally, the show was also executive produced by none other than LeBron James. So I'm
Hmm.
like, well, maybe, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he had a talk with LeBron about this and like got some game on that, or he just watched the show and would follow that blueprint. I mean, either way, it was dope. You know what I'm saying? I thought that it was dope. You know what I'm saying? That
Oh,
was
without a doubt.
wildly similar to that.
Without a doubt.
Real
That was
crazy.
crazy when you brought that up. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? I was like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, I
I'm
got you.
like, I'm like, yo, that's just, and I mean, just by listening to the show, I'm like, yo, this is sounding more and more like the Survivor's Remorse joint. But I mean, that's really dope how he was able to pull that off, just going off with some TV show action. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Life imitating art. It's fire.
exactly.
That's
Exactly.
real fire. I felt that. I felt that. And then y'all was talking about the whole Tyler Creator thing with Louis and all that. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of crazy too. I'm not mad at that, considering that he used to. Well, I think he still does have the golf wang imprint with Converse.
Oh, he still has the Golf Wang imprint, and he does have his LaFleur imprint, which is his own,
Right.
which is his higher end imprint. And so that's what one thing that we covered on that one is the fact of if you like that Tyler aesthetic, understand that Louis is the Louis ain't for you.
Oh,
You
no
know what I'm
doubt.
saying? It's
No doubt.
and you're going to cover that when you get into your show. We had discussed that before. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
You can be fly without being a hype beast, and diving fully into everything that everybody else is just because it's popular. But it's like he's representing multiple price points for whatever. But when you look at, yeah, it may be a small aspect, but the fact that like doing the hand drawn Louis signs in the multiple colors, he's actually putting his thumbprint on it. He's actually designing. And let's be honest, that costs, whether it's mass produced or not. That
Oh, no
costs.
doubt. No
It
doubt.
definitely is boutique. It's not just like, oh yo, I decided I was going to do an aviator jacket and just put the standard Louis pattern on it, and now give me $5,000. Nah,
Right.
there was more thought than that. So it's like, is it thought in it, and it's our price point? No, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but that's also like saying, oh, well, I just collabed with Louis and I'm just putting my name on it and saying that it's Louis. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Now my name is put on to it, it's just gonna add more dollars to it. You know what I'm saying? No, he actually is in there with the team and putting his input in there and making sure that it's something that's signature with his own taste. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get that. I mean, but you see with him doing that, he's actually following the whole Pharrell blueprint.
Which
You know
is
what I'm
his
saying?
idol. So, yeah.
He's following the Pharrell blueprint because think about it. Pharrell also has his hands in a whole lot of different pots when it comes to this whole designer thing because not just the Louis, but he's also with Adidas. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He's also got besides the we going what we gonna get into later with this $75,000 Timberland joint he got, but
Right.
he's also got his own signature line of Timberlands that I wasn't aware was his until I read into it. But
Hmm.
he's got that. I mean, if you look back, he with the Reeboks and the ice cream joints that he had, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's also done collabs with, I mean, I'm sure he's had some kind of influence with the Bathing Apes, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Him and
But
Nigo have been working for a long time.
exactly, which brings the human made brand that they have together. And also, you got to think he's right now, he's got Adidas stuff cracking. Like he with the human made brand, and he's got like his own signature sambas and stuff going on. So I mean, he's got his hands in a few pots. So just following that blueprint, which actually you could say was the Kanye blueprint till he did up. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
And the one thing about it, until literally he flames out, I'm not cashing out on can Kanye make stuff swing back around. He's doing some wild action between not actually performing while supposedly performing his album, and having rebates on socks, you know, and
Yeah, no
all that
doubt.
other action. But
No doubt.
Kanye has invented and reinvented himself multiple times. So, what kind of snapback comes from what he's going to do and what he can do will be
Oh yeah, it
interesting.
just depends on what act he's in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's
Yeah,
like, well, Kanye act, which act is this? You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're not. You know how black folks is, bro. I mean, we just don't give up on our own that easy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Although I will say, for them Yeezys, I'm not gonna say it's a wrap for them, but I was at the mall yesterday and I did see actual Yeezys on the shelves in regular sneaker stores. I don't know how
Mm.
it's looking for them, bro.
I mean, if he's playing it smart, I would, being the fact that they had to eat crow and come back to him, I would definitely go ahead and introduce that as a value brand as far as it goes, and keep that as a constant flow of cash, not necessarily a hype beast brand. but that's just
Yeah.
me.
But here's the thing. He went online and said that they was corny. So he said there, but the same shoe that he said was corny was the shoe that I seen on the shelves at the store. So it's evident that the brother still has influence on him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
It's we'll see. He's always an interesting character. Give me 1 second.
yeah, I'm just saying, bro. It's I don't know how it's gonna look for those 350s, but the brother still has some kind of influence. Definitely.
These we were we were actually discussing it on the next Dirty 30, the fact of hip hop and hip hoppers, the fact of how plugged into the culture and how the fact that we are the culture definitely changes the game as far as how everybody has to approach what we create and what we inject into the world. So, with that being the case, I don't count somebody who, and I'm not, I'll just say, drinking the Kool Aid on saying that he's the absolute innovator of everything, but on what he has truly innovated on, I
Mm-hmm.
have to give the man his flowers. He has definitely been a tastemaker as far as a lot of things goes. So being a tastemaker like that and also having an innovative mind, um, and also being in the right circles of innovation also. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see
Not
a rebrand and a recreation.
not just that, I mean, not just being in the brand of tastemakers. I mean, you have to, as far as giving him his flowers, you gotta give him his flowers on putting some of the most innovative tastemakers on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta think back in the day with Just Don, I mean, and Virgil Abloh, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I mean, them all came from his imprint. So yeah, most definitely. You
Yeah.
gotta give him his flowers on that for sure. For sure. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, but speaking of flowers and giving imprints and tastemakers, these damn $75,000 boots. All right. So, first off, let's just say this much right here. It ain't gonna be too many people rocking them.
Nah.
Okay. Now, y'all was saying, like, if you see him, like, window shopping and seeing him, them ain't gonna be in the window.
No.
If so, it's gonna be a hologram
Pretty much.
because 75, if you can afford to put a pair of shoes on your feet that a few years ago legitimately was considered the upper middle class,
Yes.
your food or you're on the Fed's radar. Just saying.
Yeah. Really.
First and foremost, just saying. If you can afford them shits, just saying. Because if I see you with them shits on, I might even think about something. I ain't gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna be like, damn,
Yeah. I'm
this motherfucker got $75,000 just to kick around.
literally. And what that makes me think about, I don't know if you saw this video, but there's this ridiculous video circulating around. DJ Khaled was going to an event and was riding in the back of some little personal vehicle thing like a cart. And these cats carried him off the cart and put him up on the stage so he didn't crease his rare J's. That's going to be you literally going to have people carry you around to rock a pair of
Bruh,
$75,000 kicks, man. You got to
bruh.
you got a kick worth you got a pair of kicks worth more than most people's cars.
Dude, that's more than a house was on the upper north side a few years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Shit,
And that was considered a
hop
really
on
good
Zillow. It
neighborhood.
might be
So,
the same thing now.
oh, point taken. You gotta think, dude, that's strictly what? Think of Chappelle's Show season 2 when he was playing that Diddy episode with the band and had them dudes carrying him off.
Exactly.
That's what that shit is right there, son. I mean, for real. Like, if you can really afford them. So basically, what I'm seeing now is a resurgence of all of them knockoff joints circa 2004 through 2007 when they was called variants
Mm-hmm.
coming back. And I blame Jadakiss for 2001 and the Knock Yourself Out video when he lifted up that daggone pant leg and showed that Nike swoosh with the Gucci print on it. That a majority of people thought was camouflage. So to Jadakiss, I say this. You need to get your 10% publishing back, baby. Get your money. If it wasn't for you, this shit wouldn't be cracking now. Get your pub, baby. Get your 10% because you deserve that shit, partner. I'm just saying.
Hey man, these cats can go as fly as they want, man. I'm gonna go on some ghost stuff. I could dip it in the dye, and right here it might be blue and cream. Over here it be cream and blue. I'm gonna keep it simple, man.
Bruh, I'm just saying, man. When people was having them reams of fake fabric that had all the designers on them shits, bruh. Dude, I see it going back to that shit.
Oh, you talking about them peely ass Burberry Air Force Ones?
And the fabrics that I didn't know Burberry made a Halloween fabric.
Yeah,
Fuck out of here, son.
yeah.
Yeah, that shit. I see it going back to that shit if it's that serious, but I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, I don't. $75,000. Really?
Yeah, man. These I've been looking at price points and stuff because we do stuff for the channel. We're designing our merch and all like that, and we got more merch on the way. We got stuff that we're about to flip up, and when I'm looking at okay, what's fair that we're looking at doing? How are we introducing things? And shout out to the homegirl Jimmy Pink with the Nostalgia Mask brand when she's doing her customs and things like that and looking at her fair price point, more than fair price pointing that she does with her end, and was looking at things. So then I go and look at when we get ready to design and things like that, what it is. And there were some other lines that I'm like, oh, that's kind of out there. Then I go and look at what's out there, and I'm like, oh, it's not out there as far as these other lines, what they were talking
Mm-hmm.
about, and like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's on. It's on
Mm-hmm.
because it gets wild, man, like you said. And then when you actually are putting time into design, actually putting thought into everything going on, yeah, man,
Bruh, let me
it
tell you
gets
something.
nuts.
I just, and I'm not trying to tell you typically how much I spend on stuff because I really don't try to, but I just bought a hoodie and some sweatpants. And I'm like, yeah, this is dope because it's different. Yeah, I went to the daggone checkout. Nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga. The fuck. If it wasn't for the fact that it was so different
Mm-hmm.
and I already had something to wear perfectly with this stuff, and the fact that I can probably wear it the majority of the year, I would have politely put that shit back.
I feel you.
Because one, I ain't got the money for this shit. But like I said, two, if it wasn't for it was so different, I know for a fact I'm not gonna see anybody else really rocking this around where I'm at. So I'm cool on that. And two, like I said, I got enough that I can wear with it. But dude,
Preach.
oh
I
my
know.
goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm like, this is freaking ridiculous. You gotta be out of your rabbit ass mind.
I feel you, man. Hey,
Out of
we gonna make it though, and we gonna flip it. Pretty soon we'll be
oh,
laughing
for
at it in our
sure.
and look, you know what I'm saying? These sponsorships gonna kick in for the channel like that, Tyler's
Indeed.
calling. We got a bidding war between Tyler, Ye, and a couple of Pharrell and a couple other folks. You know, they want to come and
Oh,
get
no
on,
doubt.
and you know, it's all good. And after
No
we get
doubt.
everything settled, then we can go ahead and get our carry squads while we walk around in our while we don't walk around in our $75,000 tips.
For sure. For sure.
And Pharrell, we are by us clowning these shoes don't mean that you can't send a pair our way.
Listen, I'm not clowning the shoe. The shoe is actually dope as a motherfucker. Trust me, I ain't clowning it at all.
He's like, I'm just not paying for that shit.
Size 12, please. I'm just saying.
Hey, 2 pair of size 12s, please. Thank you.
I'm not clowning the shoe at all. Dude, I cannot afford that shit. That's all I'm saying.
I pretty much don't know anybody who can.
Same.
Hey,
Yeah, that's all
well,
I'm saying.
it's been a pleasure, my man. I appreciate
Indeed,
you taking the
indeed.
time. We'll be
Hey,
back at y'all in another 2 weeks to come get
yes,
down with y'all.
sir.
This has been the Handsome Beatdown. Me and my man Handsome Mandela. I'm gonna get out here and act like I actually want to go work my job, and I think you gonna kick back, right?
I might kick something. It might not be back though. I don't know.
Hey,
Just
thank y'all
saying.
for all the subscribers. Like, share, subscribe. Check out everybody on the Schwable Room. And
Indeed.
Left Leg of Goldtron is coming in the next couple days. Thank y'all for checking us out. And we gonna
Word.
holler at y'all. Peace.